All right, little Honda bros, back on the project. There really isn't much left to do. But before we get into the project here of doing the S2000 wheel, I want to sort of cue you in. I see a lot of questions about when are we giving this thing away. So the plan here is, I think it's pretty well solidified, is that Bryce and Mike, the media team, is working on all kinds of cool things that you can buy. But the way it works, for those of you who haven't participated in something like this, I can't raffle a car or a garage or something like that. It's not legal to do that. So the way that it works, the way that you can make this happen, is that it has to be classified as a giveaway or sweepstakes. And so there has to be an exchange of product. And you can't sell a gift card or a raffle ticket. The only way you can do that is if it was closed to the general public. Like BMW Car Club of America can advertise and do raffles for their private members, I guess you could say. But I don't have enough members in the membership platform to get to be able to do that. They have hundreds of thousands of 150,000 members. I have 2,000. So the way this was going to work for the Civic is February 15th. So we'll run it for 45 days. It's going to go from February 15th to March 31st. And we'll have a page on obsessgarage.com, and you can go on and buy some stuff, and that gains you entries. And we change it every so often, so it'll be something like for every $5 you get 10 entries or something like that. But the odds of this, depending on how many people get on it, will be somewhere on the magnitude of 1 in 4,000, 1 in 5,000, something like that. So if you buy more stuff, you can improve your odds. But it's I've never played the lottery in my life, but I would likely play if somebody else was building cars like this. I would buy some stuff, and if they had cool stuff that I wanted, I would buy it. See, I didn't want to do this kind of thing because I wouldn't recommend to anybody that you play sweepstakes and lotteries. I think it's stupid. But if somebody was giving away a 997 GT3 RS and had modified it the way that I wanted it, and I could buy some t-shirts that I wanted anyway, or buy some Rupes polishers or something like that, I would absolutely do it. So that'll start February 15th on this car. You really won't see anything on this until then, other than me mentioning it in videos. But in the meantime, starting in a few days, probably by the time this video comes out, we're doing a garage giveaway, which I think is even cooler than this, because not everybody likes Civics, and not everybody wants this thing, but I think everybody wants a dialed-in garage. And so in a few days, what's today? Today is December 11th. So in 4 days from now, probably the day that you're watching this video, we're going to have the garage giveaway start, which is going to be freaking incredible. Go back and watch the video series of us doing Manuel's Garage. You can buy some cool stuff, and we have like a Milwaukee package that's awesome with the new mid-torques that you can buy. There's new shirt, hats, hoodies, all kinds of cool stuff, and then we'll be choosing a winner. That will run from December 15th to January 31st. And then we're going to get right into it. February 15th is when the Civic giveaway is going to go on. So I never thought in a million years I'd be doing giveaways or sweepstakes, but anyway, something I thought I should mention here, because lots of people are asking, when are you giving this car away? And the reason it works for me is I'm about $150K into this thing, got to add it up, but I'm $150,000, $150,000 into this car. And I'm including labor and some other, like sending the car in trailers up to Boston and stuff like that. But the car is rather expensive to do, and if I sold it, I'd sell it for 30 grand if I'm lucky, or I'd part it out. So instead, I can build it, share this, chase those childhood dreams like putting a B18 in the car, and then raise enough money and have an exchange in value with you, the viewer, and that you get to watch it. You get to buy some cool stuff that you probably would have bought anyway, and then you might win the car. So the 3 winners that have won the 3 giveaways that I've done have been long-term OG followers, and so it really has worked out great. And it's just been random drawing, so anybody can enter this. So we'll see. Someone could win in the Civic and just sell it, part it out just to get the money, and that's fine with me. I don't care what they do. I just wanted to chase the project and build something really cool. So, on to this project. S2000 wheel. So my buddy Anthony from the rag company had suggested, dude, what you should do, scrap all the idea of doing an airbag-less steering wheel, because I was going to buy a Mugen or a Spoon or something like that, and do like the whatever that quick disconnect, new column, and I just didn't like the idea of smashing my face off the steering wheel if I crashed. At least I'd like to have an airbag. The other problem is that these cars have an airbag recall, but I really don't want to take it to the dealership and have them touch this thing. And so I'm going to switch out the steering wheel. And so I called Euro Boutique, who makes a lot of BMW wheels, and said, could you do an S2000 wheel for me? And so what we have is a S2000 wheel modified. So this is a brand new, doesn't look brand new, but they said it's brand new, AP1 S2000 wheel, which should mate right up. It has AP2. I thought I was getting AP1, but this is an AP2 modified, I guess. It's carbon fiber. It looks more like an overlay, but I think they said it's actual carbon fiber. I think it's just an overlay, but anyway, it looks a little cheesy. The problem I was running into is I got the first version of the wheel from them and I sent it back because this was looking all rubbed and worn, and you can't get new ones. You can find them in parts catalogs at Honda dealers and Honda online parts resources, but you can order it, it just won't come. They just don't have it. Same thing with the airbag. I had to buy this on eBay. This is an AP1 airbag that should plug right into the airbag, I'm pretty sure. And so this should plug right into the car. But this is a used, it's the cleanest looking one I could find. There's a little divot on here, but it's not beat up. I just cleaned it up with some Swiss Vax leather cleaner. It's about as good as I can get. And so this is an AP1 airbag. The problem we're going to run into, I'm not sure what to do about this, is cruise control. So I wanted everything to be bolted up and wanted everything to be able to be unbolted. So I'm torn. We retained cruise control, we retained power steering on the car when we did the engine swap, the B18 swap. Go check out that video that on LHT's channel and on our channel of us doing the swap. And now I'm about to mess it up. So I'm going to see what it looks like when I get in there. There are 3 wires here on this cruise control mechanism. The AP1 S2000 cruise control pins don't line up. And so I don't know, and I can't find any color code. This is black, red black, orange black, and white black. And I'm assuming that's not going to match up to the colors on the car. So I'm either going to just leave it disconnected and leave it for the next person if they really care about cruise control. I'm never going to use cruise control on this car. Let's see what we get into. I just don't really want to cut it and have to figure out which one does, which one works. I can't find any wiring diagrams to tell me which one's which. You know what? Maybe I do have the catalog. Maybe I'll look in the Honda service manual. Anyway, steering wheels are pretty easy to do. I shouldn't say that, but they are. And we're going to set up this Euro Boutique flat-bottomed M3 style top dead center mark steering wheel with the red stitching that matches the red gauges and the red Mugen seats. I think it's going to look pretty sick. So let's get moving. All right, so I know that you take these little side pieces, just come off with your fingernail. Nice and easy. T30. Before I mess with this, what we should do is disconnect the battery before I start messing with the airbag. Oof, every time I open this hood, see that B18 sitting there. Yeah, that's awesome. John's got me all tripped out, and now I don't feel like I can I feel like he's judging me every time I put a wrench or something in the engine bay. I'm gonna adopt his pet peeve. Anthony was telling me I'm gonna have to start hammering on this. I said, I don't know. I think my super pristine Civic isn't going to need that. Hammering on the wheel to get it on, to get the airbag out. So it's just a little zinc plated T30 on each side of the wheel. It's nice to put it up on the lift, just a little easier to get to. Pull off the little plastic thinger. I want to keep the wheel straight, even though the wheels aren't straight. So now that should release the airbag. Yeah, I thought that would come right out. Okay, so the airbag is the same plug. Hate Molex plugs. Dang it. Just let go. Figures I didn't bring a darn screwdriver. I'm gonna have to get up and go get it. Little screwdriver and a pick. Need to plan ahead. These seats are a lot easier to get in and out of than the GT3 or GT4 seats. Come on. Okay, there's one. How the heck? This is not freaking budging. Oh shoot. I didn't want to do that. God dang it. It's child-proof. Maddie-proof. This makes no sense. Ah, freaking idiot. Pull back. God dang it. Idiot. Okay, so there's the factory airbag. That's our cruise control, which is completely different. There's a couple of grounding plugs. Or maybe that's our horn. I think that's our horn. So those will stay in the car and plug into our S2000. So airbag, cruise control. So blue, red, gray. Maybe we'll get lucky. All right, so let's take this off, which is going to be, we want to get our wheel straight here. What size is that? 17? Let's use our new little compact torque. Nope. 19? Yeah, 19. Steering wheels always seem daunting, but they're generally pretty easy to do. The Molex plugs are usually the hardest part. Set that there. That should. Maybe Anthony's right. I believe that's the only thing that holds it on. So there's the cruise control assembly. Must just have a little bit of rusting on there. So let's get a mallet and break it off the splines. I think it's just kind of seized on there. It's gotta be. These screws just hold everything in place. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's nothing else on there. Just gonna need to attitude adjust it. shouldn't have spoken so soon, huh? Yeah, I think it's just seized on there. Dang. Shoot. I need the key. Yeah, it's just, I think it's just kind of rusted in there.
All right, so with the 19mm socket, this is completely overkill. This is all I had for this attachment on a 19mm is a breaker bar. Basically, just give this a yank. That is on there.
That's a good idea, Anthony.
There we go.
That's a good idea. You put the nut back on and then let it rip. But end up yanking the, oh, I need a freaking key. Stupid steering lock, theft deterrent, bullcrap. So, put the nut back on a little bit. There we go. God dang. Yeah, nothing special, nothing else holding it on, just 20 years of a little bit of rust welding. Okay. Steering wheel's in darn good condition though, look at that. Looks brand new. Same with everything else in this car. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Okay, so the airbag should mate right up. Yep, same type of plug. So that's good. This grounding, or horn, I guess that's the horn, should go right on. And then this does not mate with that. So we have gray, red, and blue, and we have red, orange. So it's 3 wires to 3 wires. The problem is, I don't know which one's which. So I'm gonna leave that to the next guy. We're not gonna have any cruise control. Whoever wins it, if they want cruise control, have at it. I'm sure you could easily figure it out. You just have to go out and test it. Plug it in, see if it works. You're gonna have to cut this Molex plug off, cut this Molex plug off here, and then just trial and error it. Or if you're a real man, you could probably figure out where the wires go and find the wiring diagram and all that stuff. But I'm doing it for the look. You can call it a janky Civic. This will be your good in. This will be your in to say, I knew he wasn't gonna do it right. See, doesn't even have cruise control hooked up. But then again, the same people would have said the same thing if I cut the wire and soldered it. So I'm gonna go with the, if you wanted to bolt it back together, go back to stock. It'll be easier to do so now. Oh wow. The red matches the red gauges, matches the red on the seats. Yeah, that's a big move right there, people. Cruise control or not, that's where it's at. Put this back on. Okay. Oh man, that looks freaking great, people. That looks great. Our airbag will clip in here. And then I think what we'll do is run it down, and the airbag thingy is gonna clip under there. So, tell you what, let's take this out of here first. Come on. Freaking Molex plugs. Go in. Oh, that's what you gotta do. Okay. There we go. Wow. That's freaking sick. Let's put our screws in. Yeah, people, this is a good move, assuming it works. Assuming I don't get any airbag lights. If it doesn't work, I start to get lights, putting the other wheel back in. The other thing I'm going to be doing is hardwiring a radar detector, fancier looking dead pedal, and then we're done in the interior. I was thinking about like reupholstering the doors and stuff, but it actually looks good the way it is now without going crazy. Feels a little wobbly there, doesn't it? There we go, that's a little better. Okay, let's put the battery back on. See if that works. It certainly looks freaking good, doesn't it? Wow. Looks very OE Honda-like. Now, let's see if we get an airbag light. See if we get an airbag explosion first. I'm gonna duck under it like Anthony did. Yes! Something worked for once. Wow, look at that, dude. Look how freaking good that looks. All right, let's put the little clips on. Listen to this thing. Like Honda Bro's dream here, people. Yeah. So, if you want cruise control when you win this car, trip out. You can cut the wires. I'm not doing it. Boom. The only problem is the steering wheel right now is like this. So I got to get the alignment done. It's a little bit of play. I think this is an AP2 wheel, and then I have an AP1 airbag on it. But it's good. There's a little divot right there, but we're darn near as good as I can get it because these aren't easy to come by. Whew. All right, let's clean it up. That's good, man. That's so good. Quick little vacuuming. This thing's set up the way I want. I like to have the wheel as low as possible, just so that it doesn't cut the speedo or tack off where I'm sitting. I like to sit pretty upright, like a grandpa. And I want to sit far enough back to where I push the clutch in, that I don't have to extend. A little bit closer, I think. The old, the 20-year-old Matt, I don't think I ever sat gangster, but this is how normal Civic drivers drive, like this. Driving like this. And they're holding down here, but I'm a grown-up. And then you gotta go real fast in the gears, like bang the gears, when you could just go like this. Clutch in, first gear, I'm driving, clutch in second gear, instead of, it's just, what is that gonna do? Isn't that true? It is. So, a little Honda bro would do it that way, but I'm a Porsche gentleman, now moonlighting in my Honda. 27,391 miles. So you figure the swap was done at 27,380 or less, 385. Look at that, dude. It makes me feel like I'm in an S2000 now, only better. Got my Sony RSX-R GX9 Head unit. Oh man. No more cruise control though, the car's worthless. I'm gonna look into how to do that. It can't be that hard. You know, so you Honda bros, if you know how to do this, so you heard me talk about the color of the wires, tell me what to do and I'll do it. And we'll have Bryce with this, you know, I ain't no soldering nerd, but Bryce can do that for me. And he'll get it all soldered up all pretty with some heat, with some shrink, whatever you call it, some heat shrink. Gonna do the dead pedal. Get me a radar detector up here. We're gonna figure that out next. Good stuff, Honda bros. That's another thing. Don't do some janky, goofy, weird LED lights. Just leave it alone. That doesn't improve anything. Look at that, man. That's freaking sick. Makes me want to put that hybrid racing shifter up here. I just don't think I can handle the look. I still haven't driven it yet. I've been waiting to catch it on camera. I'll do it this weekend. So I haven't even driven with a Type R engine yet. Talk about a jaded old man, huh? So anyway, that's the steering wheel. Next video will be radar detector install. I'm doing a Uniden R7 hardwired to the fuse box down here. I'll probably do the dead pedal at the same time. My vinyls glue is kind of wearing away. They're releasing there a little bit. We're almost there, bros. Somebody's gonna get this car. Oh, the brakes. John, we did the new brake master cylinder. He bled them, adjusted the calipers a little bit. It's good. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. The Civic will be given away in about a month. I'm gonna do a quick little interior wipe down. I have to redo the exterior. I'm gonna do a re-exterior video. I should have just done wax, but I coated it, and I'm gonna have to pull the coating off and start fresh, but that's coming too. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. God dang it, look at that.